In June 2012, Vietnam and the EU announced the launch of negotiations for the EU-Vietnam Free Trade Agreement (EVFTA). After nearly 3 years of negotiation, in 2015, Vietnam and the EU reached a principal agreement on all the basic contents of the agreement. In June 2018, EVFTA was divided into two agreements, including Vietnam-EU Free Trade Agreement (EVFTA) and Investment Protection Agreement (IPA), officially ending the whole legal review process for EVFTA regulations and agreed on all contents of IPA agreement. On June 30, 2019, officially signed EVFTA and EVIPA. On February 12, 2020, the European Parliament ratifies the EVFTA and EVIPA. On June 8, 2020, the National Assembly of Vietnam passed a resolution approving EVFTA and EVIPA. Experts said that this agreement will open up opportunities for greater cooperation, comprehensive and stronger development of Vietnam and the EU, especially Germany. Germany is currently the leading European partner of Vietnam. Foreign trade turnover of Vietnam-Germany contributes 28% of trade turnover of Vietnam and EU. Greetings from Chatting Vietnam on VTC10 Netviet. Recently, the Vietnamese National Assembly approved the EVFTA and also the EVIPA. So what opportunities it brings to the both sides of Vietnam and the European Union, particularly the Vietnamese and also the German businesses? In today's program, we have a conversation with Mr. Marco Vander, the Chief Representative of GIC here in Vietnam. Thank you, Mr. Marco Vander, for joining us. So the EVFTA and also the EVIPA have just been ratified by the National Assembly of Vietnam. So this is definitely a good news. So what do you think about this?
Yeah, definitely. So I think so too. And we are really more than happy that finally on one side in Europe the Parliament agreed, and now also the Vietnamese National Assembly approved this free trade agreement. And it shows that it's also a very bright acceptance from the Parliament side and also from the people in Europe and the people in Vietnam. And I think it brings us really many steps forward. So after, I think, 7, 8, 9 years negotiations, so finally the moment, the important moment is really near, and we hope that this summer this agreement will be in power. It's for Europe. It's also important that it's the first time that European Union negotiated such a modern free trade agreement with a middle income country like Vietnam. And I think what was agreed with Vietnam so far can be also a model for many other countries, not just in Asia, also in Africa and in other parts of the world. And so it's really a milestone.
After the National Assembly of Vietnam ratifies and the two parties complete the notification procedure, it is expected that 30 days from the date of notification, this agreement will take effect. The COVID-19 pandemic is also passing, so just a little more time, everything will be operated according to the commitments of the agreement. So what do you think about this?
Yeah, so this is clearly also our hope that on one hand this Corona-19 pandemic will be over here in Vietnam at least, and that the economy and also the German economy in Vietnam will accelerate again, and so we will make many steps forward to normal, and that the companies can reach their targets and their goals. I think the good news is that when we look to the neighborhood here in ASEAN, Vietnam is in a very good position, I think in the best position. And what we get as a feedback from German companies in ASEAN and also here in Vietnam, so the German companies in Vietnam are more optimistic than the German companies in all the other ASEAN countries. And And this cumulated with the free trade agreement coming maybe 1st of August, latest 1st of September. And I think it gives us a big push and a big new opportunities. But it's a very, very strong signal. And again, we are really happy about that.
We have been talking a lot about the benefits of EVFTA for the both side of Vietnam and the European companies, and the German companies are very happy about this EVFTA. So can you share more with us about the benefits that EVFTA can bring to the Vietnamese and also the German businesses?
I think first of all, and this is the most important thing, that we will see the elimination of most of the tariffs. That we will really see a free trade and a free flow of goods, and I think this is the most important thing. Of course, for some goods and for some things we will have a transmission period, but I think this is a start now, and this elimination is really crucial and very, very important.
If nothing changes, EVFTA will officially take effect on the first day of the second month after completing the ratification of the agreement on both sides. So it is possible that from the date of August 1st, 2020, the agreement will take effect to serve the implementation of the European Union and Vietnam.
5 cái nhóm nhiệm vụ lớn nhất để đảm bảo cho cái quá trình thực thi hiệp định có hiệu quả. Trong đó có những cái nội dung rất quan trọng liên quan đến cái việc tổ chức tuyên truyền phổ biến pháp luật cho tất cả cái cộng đồng doanh nghiệp và người dân của chúng ta.
According to the Global German Business Confidence Survey 2020, that the German Chamber of Commerce and Industry published in April, 86% of German businesses in Vietnam have a positive assessment of their business in 2020 in this market. German businesses believe that it is the result of efforts to improve the investment environment of the government of Vietnam, as well as the positive effects from the free trade agreements, especially the EVFTA. This agreement is expected to be a level to help Vietnam's economy recover and return to the same growth rate as before the COVID-19 epidemic, and attract more quality investors from Europe and Germany in middle and long term.
Khi chúng ta ký hiệp định thương mại tự do với EU, có nghĩa là chúng ta đã khai trương cái con đường cao tốc để đến với châu Âu. Nhưng mà muốn cho các cái doanh nghiệp Việt Nam có thể thành công trên con đường cao tốc này, thì những đường gom lối mở, rồi thì những con đường thể chế trong nội bộ nền kinh tế cũng phải tăng tốc. Trước hết là cộng đồng doanh nghiệp phải lập tức là tìm hiểu, nghiên cứu kỹ lưỡng về những quy định của hiệp định. Cái này cần có cái sự chung tay của các cơ quan nhà nước, các hiệp hội doanh nghiệp để hỗ trợ cho các cái doanh nghiệp. Tóm lại là đối với doanh nghiệp là những cái nỗ lực toàn diện để nâng cao cái năng lực cạnh tranh của mình.
Apart from the opportunities, we can see a lot of challenges, difficulties for the businesses of the two sides. So can you elaborate more about that?
Yeah, of course, this is the biggest challenge, but this is normal. Yeah, whenever you have an international agreement, you have to implement all the rules and all the agreements for the administration bodies. So, of course, the custom here in Vietnam, so they have to change, they have to adapt their rules, and of course, everything what is agreed on paper should be implemented also in the practice, that the companies really can benefit. And I think this is a challenge. It's a normal challenge, and all of us, the companies, also we as a chamber, as well as governmental bodies, so we will watch to that and really check at the beginning very closely that everything is working also. And but actually, I'm quite optimistic. So there's no interest not following these rules, not from the Vietnamese side, not from the European side. And here I'm quite optimistic. But this is a challenge. And of course another challenge, and this is more economy related, that both countries and also the companies in the countries, they should be prepared that they will see another competition. So Vietnamese companies also, so they have the situation that they will see a competition from other European companies here in Vietnam and vice versa as well. And I think everybody should be prepared for that.
We heard about the plan of establishing the Vietnam-Germany Chamber of Commerce and Industry for long. So is it an opportunity to accelerate the establishment of this organization?
If you ask just me, of course. So this is a very long-lasting issue. It's a long-lasting situation, and we are really working on that to make this project true. But nevertheless, of course, we have to accept, so we have different systems, also political systems in Germany as well as in Vietnam. And based on that, we have to check and to see maybe how we can combine our common interests and then create such a body like a binational chamber of industry and commerce here. But I think now would be a great opportunity, together with the free trade agreement. We also have a new strategic action plan agreed between the Vietnamese and the German government in December last year. And also now we have to roll out some activities for that. But of course, whenever we want to create a direct communication, a direct business exchange opportunity between German and Vietnamese companies, or even more if we want to create a technology transfer, a transfer of know-how, we have to create it directly, and for this direct transfers and direct exchange of experiences, you need a platform. And such a platform, the best platform, we are convinced, is to set a binational chamber of industry and commerce here.
As the representative of the German economy here to Vietnam, can you share more with us about the support that GIC will give to the business community of the two countries to better cooperate with each other?
So I think this is actually what we are doing since many years already. And now we will see a real push and a bigger demand of the companies. What we give them is a strategical advisory consulting service. What is the right way to enter the foreign markets, the foreign country? So you have to set your own legal structure from the beginning, or you have to go with a national business partner. Where I can find the suitable stuff, the key stuff, what is the right location to start my business, what I have to attend, what I have to avoid, how I can build the real setup, so bank accounts, legal structure, and so on and so on. So really the first concrete steps, especially for small and medium-sized companies, because this is another challenge. What we cannot change is the geographical distance between Vietnam and Germany. And especially for small and medium-sized companies, this is really a challenge. And therefore it's very important to make the first steps really reliable and with a solid consultancy. And here we have a suitable offer for German companies investing in Vietnam, and vice versa for Vietnamese companies going to Germany.
Once again, thank you, Mr. Marco Vander, for joining us. And that's all we have for this episode of Sharing Vietnam today. For comment and feedback, don't hesitate to write to us at sharingvietnam@netvietttv.net. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.